What's up, y'all? It's Bakari, and I'm back with another video. And I just wanted to talk to people um, who have big hearts. This video is for people who have big hearts and um, like genuine hearts. Not that fake for show type of thing. I'm talking about like real, genuine, like good-hearted, good, kind-hearted people. And I wanted to talk to y'all because I wanted y'all to know that why it's so important to protect your energy and be careful with your heart. Like, you have to protect your heart at all times. And the reason why is because you have a superpower that people don't have, and they will come in and try to hijack, your superpowers. They can use you for your superpowers. They can take them if you allow them to. And your superpower is that big heart because, your kind-heartedness, that energy that you give off to others is very therapeutic. It's very healing. It's uplifting, and it's powerful. And that's why it's important to, guard your energy and your heart because, there are some people that will use you for what you have. There are people out here who have different motives for wanting to be around you. They'll take your heart, they'll take your energy that uplifts them for their own personal agenda. Or, they'll use it for things that are just detrimental to your life. There are people out here who just come in and soak up all your energy and take it somewhere else. And then they'll come back, suck your energy dry, and it's just this vicious cycle. I've experienced that many times in my life until I wisened up. And you guys should be able to wisen up too, because you'll know if somebody is genuinely there for you versus for what you can do for them. The signs are there. And your intuition, if you follow that, it'll tell you too. But like, people's actions will show you who they are. And that's why, and then we have this big heart, so we see a different light of them. But we have to start seeing people for who they are and not their potential. Because see, when you have a big heart and you're kind-hearted, you oftentimes see the potential in somebody. You see greatness in them, and many a times they don't see that within them. So there's like this conflict, this contradictory type of thing, because if they don't see it but you do, it's you're beating a dead horse at this point. Because if they don't ever see it but you keep pouring into them, they're just going to just keep using your energy. And, they're never going to reach that point to where you see them, if that makes sense. And, another sign that people are just here for what you can do for them is, let's say, somebody, you're always there for someone. Every time they call, you answer. Every time they need a favor, you're there willingly. But as soon as you find yourself in some type of trouble or murky waters or a situation that you need a hand, and you reach out to those same people that you've been helping, and it's just lackluster, like you don't get the same energy back, or they have an attitude when they do it, or they come up with an excuse of why they can't help you, or they just simply don't help you at all, or they just don't ignore you. And over time, you see, like, you keep pouring into them, but you don't feel that energy back. You don't feel that love back. That's a sign they're in your life just to suck you dry of your energy. It should be, when you have a kind heart, it should be reciprocated. I'm not saying that you should do things to get something back in return, but what I'm saying is you should be giving to others who appreciate you and accept you for you. That's the difference. Because they'll pour your energy back into you. It has to be a reciprocation. It can't be just a one-sided thing. And oftentimes when you have a kind heart, you attract people who are just one-sided. Or you will attract someone who just breadcrumbs you while you give them the full course meal. And that is just, it's not okay. So you have to realize that your kind-hearted big heart is your superpower, because it changes the lives of others around you. So you have to pull back your energy. And if you find yourself in a situation or if you find yourself in this space in life where you feel like, oh, I don't know, like, I do so much for everyone else, but no one seems to help me at all. And if you find yourself in that mental state, pull back your energy. Pull back your energy from those around you who you keep pouring into. And watch the dynamic change. When you pull back that energy, people will feel it. Because you're not giving, you're not pouring in. Their lives will change. You have to start being around people who appreciate you and who will lend a hand and who will give back to you. When you pull your energy away from people, one thing that can happen is once they feel that you've pulled your energy back, they're going to come running back. But they'll start to attack your character. Oh, what's wrong with him? What's wrong with you? You're out of character. I don't know what's up with you. Another thing that will happen is they will try to project their emotions onto you to make you feel guilty or ashamed of pulling back your energy. These are tricks of the trade that they'll try to get to pull you back in, because there are people out here who are very deceptive, and it's like almost like they just want to drain you of your energy, and it's important to understand that when you hold that space of a kind heart, everybody's not deserving of it. And that's just true. You can't just go around just being an open book to everyone. That's like, that would be equivalent to you just dropping all of these expensive diamonds just everywhere in the neighborhood for anyone to grab. That's not safe. because then you're just opening up a space for others to just come in and just take full advantage of you. And if you keep allowing people to do that and take advantage of you, it will suck you dry. And then you'll become like them, empty, looking for something whole. And you don't want to do that. You don't want to be like that. So if you have a kind heart, you just really need to be careful and mindful of who you give your attention to, who you give your time to, your energy, your emotions to, because again, your kind-heartedness is a light that attracts all life. And it will attract moths that just want you for your warmth, but don't add anything to you. And when you learn to pull back your energy, you take your power back. Because you're not obligated to anyone. That's what you need to understand. You're not obligated to be kind to everyone. I mean, be respectful, yes. Be cordial, yes. But as far as like pouring into somebody, you're not obligated to do that. In fact, if you find yourself being depleted and drained because everyone around you seems to just be wanting everything, but you don't get anything in return, turn that back into you. All the love that you give out to everyone, pour that back into you. Be your own boomerang of energy. Instead of throwing it out, send that back into you to help keep your energy levels up. I'm telling you, like, there was a point in my life when I was like that. I was just so giving, and so naive, just freely giving to everyone. And I wanted to just please people. If you have a big heart, you got to learn to heal those parts of you that are still hurt. Because if you have a kind heart, then 99.99 times you've been, I will say 99.9% of the time you have been hurt before. If you have a kind heart, you've been hurt before. You have. And so over time, as you keep getting hurt, these are tears within your energy field. These are tears within your heart. And if you continue to go without healing those, it creates these leaks. So instead of you keep pouring out to people and then have them tear, go within. Pour back into you. Protect your energy. How do you do this, Bakari? Don't answer that phone call. If you don't feel like answering it, or if you know this person on the other side of the end is just going to want something, or they're just going to want to complain to you, or if they just want to deplete you, don't answer. You don't have to answer. You don't have to answer that text message. You don't have to respond back. Family. Sadly, family is some of the worst that'll do you the dirtiest when it comes to your big heart. They just feel entitled and obligated to you because they're related by blood, And then you, on the other hand, might think that because they're your family, that you have to be obligated as well. You came into this world alone. You're going to leave this world alone. You are not obligated to your family, especially if they aren't returning and reciprocating the same energy. Period. Flat out. Take it from me. I cut so many family members off because I cannot allow you to drain my energy. I need my energy for the things that God has for me in my life that He wants me to do. And if I keep allowing you to suck my energy dry, then I won't have any to do what I'm called to do. Big-hearted people, you have to be okay with saying no. You have to be okay with setting those personal boundaries. You have to create these boundaries because if not, people will overstep their boundaries. And if you keep allowing people to step over your boundaries, you're creating a message that says, oh, well, he'll always be there. So I don't care. I can treat him anyway. He's going to come back. She's going to come back. I don't even care about if I hurt her feelings because she's okay. She'll be fine. Like she always bounces back and he'll be okay. I'm not worried about that. I can hurt him. It doesn't matter. He'll be right back. See that mentality? When they start taking advantage of you, they will use and abuse you like that. And if you don't set up your own boundaries to where you be like, wait a minute. People won't respect you. They'll take you as your joke. Trust me, I know. They won't take you seriously. And they'll have other people using you up as well, too. If you have a kind heart, guys, you have to realize that self-love is not selfish. You have to be selfish with your love, and you also have to learn to love yourself, because when you love yourself, you know your worth. You build up self-worth. You build up self-esteem. So that way, when someone enters into your life, you can decide, well, is this person worth my time, my energy? Are they going to add value to my life, or are they just here to take? Sadly, there's a lot of takers in this world. The society we live in now, there's a lot of people who have this narcissistic mentality where they lack empathy for others and are only concerned with their own emotions. People with big hearts, you attract these people like clockwork because they feed off of your energy. That's what they need to stay alive. They don't operate off of their own. They operate off of others' energy. So you have to be mindful of that. Because I'm telling you, they will drain you dry. And then you'll be salty, you'll be bitter, you'll be upset. You'll be mad at the world, but you really should be mad at yourself because you allowed them to keep coming in and taking advantage. And it's never too late to, change up and set those boundaries. It's never too late to have self-worth for yourself, have self-love for yourself. It's not too late, but you just have to know, okay, this is it. I have to. And you have to stick with it. You can't bounce back and forth. You have to keep those boundaries up. And when you do, you're going to upset a lot of people. The people that you're going to upset is the users and the abusers. But see, that's the whole purpose of having those boundaries, so you don't attract those people. So you have to keep those boundaries up, so that way you can repel them, And when you first put those boundaries up, they're going to come at you hard. Just ignore it. Stay level-headed. And have that tunnel vision to keep those boundaries up. Eventually, people will fall off by the wayside. Because they can't get what they want out of you anymore. So they're just going to go try to find somebody else. And that's okay, by all means. But that's the important message that I wanted to share with y'all today. Is you have to be mindful when you have a big heart who you give your time, attention, and energy to. And follow that inner voice. Follow that intuition, because when you get around people, certain people, you'll know if they're good for you or not. Stop ignoring it. Stop thinking, they're friendly, they're nice, they did this, they did that. No, stop ignoring that. Listen to your inner voice, because it's trying to get you away from those people. When you learn to block out those people and set up boundaries, I'm telling you, you will have so much energy left for yourself that you need, So people, big-hearted people, please, 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 guard your hearts with all your might. And that's it. That's all I wanted to tell you. Big hearts, kind-hearted people, stay kind, stay loving, don't change for anyone. And keep those boundaries strong.